Non sentiamo?
No, non è da 6
Ok.
Eccolo, 1, 2, 3. Ciao Simone, senti, quanto...
Good evening, Simone. How much did you believe that you could go through after Lautaro scored, and how much did the sending off impact the outcome of the game? Well, I think that the team played a great game. You know, obviously we were still very bitter about what happened at San Siro, because I think that over the course of the two games we played, we were, the equals of a really strong team in Liverpool. And so, yeah, there's a certain degree of a bitterness, I suppose. I think that we'd really knocked them back when we scored our goal, and yet Sanchez then got sent off and we saw what happened. So it was a real setback for them, and that was when the sending off happened. Guido de Carolis, please. And good evening, Simone. Hello, good evening to you. Well, first and foremost, congratulations. Inter played a really good game. I mean, you almost did it, didn't you, after all? Nearly did it. I think the game shows how much the team has grown and developed at the highest possible level in Europe. You matched Liverpool over the course of the two games, and perhaps had Sanchez not been sent off, then who knows what might have happened. So what do you take home from this, or what do you take out of these two games? Well, first and foremost, we've got to this stage for the first time in about 11 years, I think now. We ended up playing against perhaps the strongest team in Europe at this moment in time, and we were their equals. I think we put into tremendous performances at San Siro. We probably played even better than we did this evening, and I think that sometimes, it just takes a single episode to change the course of a game. We played a great game in 75 minutes at San Siro, and then we conceded from a set piece. And then this evening we played well. We know in the first half, from a couple of set pieces, they really created issues for us. And then in the second half, we'd begun to get the upper hand. We scored a goal, but then unfortunately Sanchez got sent off. I mean, we played well, but I'm more bitter about what happened in San Siro in terms of the outcome of the game rather than tonight. I regret that. Last time, please. Good evening. Good evening to you. What do you think about the sending off? I mean, at the time, none of you seemed to be happy. And then where does this absolutely fantastic performance leave you for the rest of the season in Serie A? Because obviously it certainly helps your self-esteem. Absolutely. It helps our self-esteem. I mean, now we need to see what happens when we go back. We had picked up a couple of knocks. We hope, of course, that nothing serious there. And yeah, sure, we feel upset. We feel a bit, we feel upset about the fact that we had a player sent off just when we were getting the upper hand in the game. Final question then. Couple of quick questions. No, just one question, not a couple of questions. Okay, in that case, this was a really good performance, of course. It was difficult to commentate on the game because, or even to comment on the game, when you end up losing over the course of the two games. Yeah, of course. I think, I feel more upset about the first game, to be honest with you. I think we played here against Liverpool, an extremely tough team, physical team, technical team. They put you in all sorts of trouble, and yet we played really well. We played really, really well. We were the equals, I think, and probably when we were playing our best football, we paid a dear price for a high price, as it were, for the sending off. I haven't really looked at it in any great detail yet, so it's difficult to comment on it. Okay, thanks everyone, and have a great evening. Thank you. See you.